Hello, this is Angie with the Country Chic Cottage, and today we're going to make stamps from erasers and wood carving tools for Crafts Unleashed. So let's get started. These erasers are available through consumercrafts.com, and so are the wood carving tools. And I have a whole set here of different wood carving tools, and we're just going to use some of them. So the first step is to take an eraser, and it's just a plain white eraser, and let's draw a stamp. So let's make a feather shape, and I'm just using a pencil, very fancy pencil, with maybe, so it's just sort of a feather shape with a stem. And so you can pick whatever kind of tool you want. And first I like to outline my pencil marks. And these tools are sharp, so be careful not to cut yourself. Keep your hands out of the way. Safety first. And my work surface is actually covered in a piece of cardboard, so it's not going to hurt if I get off. And then we're going to use this tool, which kind of digs, and just start digging around. And the reason you outline the stamp is to sort of give you a guide and to make sure you don't go too far. And so we're digging out everything around our feather type, feather or leaf type shape. I'm going to try to make it look like a feather. We'll see how good I am, right? And you can see it's pretty easy. You're just wanting to get rid of anything so it doesn't pick up the ink. And you can actually turn your block this way and sort of go down against that cardboard surface to make it easier. And now we'll do the other side. And this is super simple, and you can pick any shape you want to do. The more intricate shape you choose, obviously the harder it's going to be to get around it. Okay, so just that fast, I went all the way around, and I'm going to do a little cleanup work. Now I'm just going to clean up a little bit more, especially around this stem, and I'm going to choose a flatter tool here and really get in there and get that excess material out of there. Okay. So now, because I want to make it look like a feather and less sort of fish leaf shape, I think I will take and go down my center a few times so that it will look like how feathers have the rib down the center. So we're just going to try to recreate that a little bit. And let's see. So the fun part is picking what tool will be best for this job, huh? So if we just dig now across those lines I made and just get a little bit out. We now have a rib down the center. So now, feathers have sort of, we'll use this flat one again. There's sort of the feathery stuff on the side. So let's just take this flat tool and work all the way up and down both sides, sort of at an angle. just like a feather. And we are getting a few lines. Okay, and to the other side. So the great part about this is you can test it at any time on a scrap piece of paper, and that'll tell you whether you've dug the sides out enough or what it looks like, what all these little lines are going to look like, and you can go back and try again if it's not right. And so now we've got a bunch of trash on the stamp from doing that, so we just rub and get rid of all that. And it does actually look pretty good. So we're going to test now, and we'll see what it looks like. I actually have just a damp paper towel here that I was using to make a few stamps. Okay, and we'll just grab an ink pad. Any ink pad, this is just a test. And just a scrap piece of paper, and you're just going to press your stamp on the ink pad, just like always. And if you'll look, right away I can see that these areas are not cut out enough, so I'll need to do that. But all in all, it looks pretty good. So let's just stamp just to see what it looks like. And we have a pretty good feather shape. So again, this was the area that I didn't cut out enough, and so I'm gonna just cut that out some more. So now it's really easy to see because there's ink on those areas. And we'll just cut away the ink areas on the sides, and our stamp will be done and ready to craft with. And all for the price of an eraser and a few wood tools, which is pretty cheap, right? And just imagine all the custom stamps you can make with this technique. So now I did it on there again, and you can see there's nothing around the outside anymore, so I think we are good. And again, we can test just one more time, and you have a pretty good feather impression. So I hope you enjoyed this and that you'll make your own stamps at home.